Hello, this is Deborah. I'm back with the drawings. I started yesterday on drawing the lion. I'm doing a project of four things that walk stately and walk majestically. And one of them is the rooster, which is my rooster Hoss I drew. And I took a picture of him and drew it. And I'm going to work on coloring him a little bit. And then the other is this clip art that I'm using for body alignment. And so I've been working on this guy. When I left you yesterday, he looked like a little sweet little Disney line, kind of. And I worked on him a little bit off camera. And I'm at a point now where he's my lion now. See, he doesn't look like that lion. Look at that lion. Look at my lion. He looks different. He has some of the face shape, and I'll look at them together. He has some of the face shape, but he's different. His mane is different. So I'm going to be working a little bit on his mane today. And what you what you do is kind of fill in some negative spaces. You see all that dark? And once you fill in some of that negative space, you'll see that, things start forming before your eyes. They just, the fur shape starts taking shape. So there's a lot of negative here. Sorry, showing you a picture of nothing. Basically. Sorry about that. Hey, this is a real skill. Holding the camera, looking at the picture, drawing the picture. I'm learning some good skills here, multitasking. But all I'm doing now is just kind of drawing these negative spaces. And when I draw these negative, you see them on the camera. See how bright, dark they are? You can see them. So I kind of started here doing some. And you can see I did some here and here. And I started down here doing some. And as you do that, you see his mane starting to take some shape. So I got to work on that. I worked on his face shape a lot because he did look like a little baby. I had to move his lion eyes up. His lion eyes. His lion eyes. I had to move his lion eyes up, as you can tell. Made him look a little more serious. Because he's a serious lion. He's supposed to be walking stately. Because these are things that have a stately walk. Now I see his leg here. I have not finished it. I did it wrong. I didn't like it. So it is slanted a little more than what I had it. And it didn't look right. I knew it didn't look right. You can just see the little hairs. You just draw the little hairs. And this will be a little more defined. And when I define this, it separates the legs. Till I did that, they kind of blended together. And when you do that, it separates the legs there. So what I hope to help you with today is just being willing to change it. I had a baby face here, and I could have just kept going with it, but I realized that his eyes were higher up than I had them. So I moved them up. And my lion's face is a lot fatter than this lion. It's okay. This is my lion. And I just want him to have the walk and look fierce. Because a lion doesn't back down. He doesn't back down to any animal. He's the king of beasts on the land. And he doesn't back down. So that's a quality, that he has. He's mighty. He's brave. So he walks with confidence because he knows he's king of the jungle. So he walks with a confidence. And that's what I think Solomon's trying to tell us. When you know your power and you know you're good at something, you can walk with a confidence. Not pride necessarily, because pride is not good when you have too much pride and you're not humble. So he walks with a confidence, which I love. Now he's got some fur coming down here. Now y'all can see, I'm just filling in what I see in the picture. This is a little over the top and it's got a slant to it. And to make these curves, shows the contour of his body. So if everything's just flat, he's going to look like a coloring book. But we have to make him come forward off the paper. So I could go back to the rooster a minute and show you how that's done. So let's just move Mr. Lion a minute. And I'm going to talk about doing that. Defining things. All right, I'm going to start with a brown. Dark brown. It looks black. Pick it up many times by accident. So I just want to start defining some of this stuff. All right, let me look at the camera. Look at him. So I just want to make some of this stuff stand out. So I'm taking brown because he does have a lot of brown in him. He's got brown in his feathers. You know, he's got brown. I'll even do his little eyebrow. That's okay. I may go over it with black. But you can do some defining with brown. Make things stand out a little more. If they have brown in them. If not, you may want to use black. Black is for when you want something really shadowy and dark to show up. Go back and do his little eyeball a little bit. So this is his, I forgot what this is called. So putting the black in makes a little shading. Kind of makes him come off the paper a little bit towards you. I like to use brown here. And I'll use this brown to kind of separate his feathers a little bit. You know, he's not just one color. He's many colors all blended together. This is not, I've looked at Hoss a lot. He's my rooster. So I kind of know a little bit of what he looks like. Enough to get a little picture of it in my head. Enough to do a drawing. Okay. A little stopped up today. Sorry about that. And where he's underneath here, you want to make it a little darker so it'll look like it's underneath. See how this is kind of coming out, looking underneath? And that's something how darkness makes the light shine brighter. Well, that's scripture. Why am I in all this darkness? Why can't I get a job where people are nice? Why can't I get a job where people are all Christians? And why is it so hard? Yeah. Because your light shines brighter, the darker it is. See how pretty that is? How he's coming forth with his color. And I want to put a little red. He's got all kind of colors red. So I'll use a little pink red. These colors are so beautiful from Artist Loft, Hobby Lobby. And they blend so well. You can use a lot of different colors and they're going to blend. So here we have a red. This is the red I used on his comb. Forgot the name of it. Comb. I used on his comb. And I will keep making this darker because his comb is brilliant red. And I do want it to stand out. And I do want it to look really good. It's what, I mean, he's proud of it. Must be worth something in the rooster kingdom. He's very proud of it. I think my color exceeded my line there. But I will keep making this a little darker, and it'll have light spots where the light's hitting it. But I'll keep making this darker. Go one way, and then go the other way. Like you learned in first grade. One way, the other way. See how much darker it gets? Just keep doing one way, the other way. It gets darker and darker. See it? There you go. And then you'll want to take a little of the brown. It makes a little folds in it. It does have folds in it. You want it right here against this little section. You want it to be diminutive. You want it to show. I think I need to make his eye a little more prominent. His eye. Ugh. It does need to have a little piece of light in it. So it look like the light's hitting it. So I'll have to erase that little. Okay. There is a thing you can get if you don't want to erase a whole lot. Let me see if I can find this little gadget. There it is. It's got all these little parts on it. You lay it on there. I've got more than one. Oh, here's one. Open. Yeah, more stuff people's given me that I didn't purchase. Because I always just use my basic, whatever I've got. Same way in the kitchen when I'm cooking. So you just want to erase a little bit. So this allows you to do that. See if I can do it while holding the phone. I'll try. See that little... it moved on me. See that little dot right there on his eye? You take this thing, put on it. See that little dot? This is challenging. See? And now you're not erasing his whole eye. So what could you use in place of that? You could come up with something if you're creative. But that's probably cheap. There's many times I've tried to erase something simple and then end up having to draw a lot after that because I'd erased it. That's a little better. A little better. I might leave it. So you see what I'm saying about this defining. It's important. Now I'm just using a regular pencil here. But I'm getting a few little feathers here. Excuse me. And they don't lay flat. I mean, you know, they come around and curve around his body. And if I don't like it, I'll erase it. That eraser. So you see how I'm not just working on one project? I can't help that. I'm sorry. That's how my brain works. I wish it was different. I wished I was more conscientious. But that's not me. I say here I'm back on the line. I just jump around. You get bored easy. You come to a place, okay, something's not right here. Okay, this is his leg. This will be his leg going up under his mane. So let's just say it's right here. Okay, sorry. Here's his leg going up under his mane. We can't see that, but it's under there. So we have to make his hair go around that leg. See? His leg's under there. We have to make his hair go around it. Hair. Fur. See how I'm making his fur? We're bending it down, curling it, going around. Bending it down, curling it, going. And if we don't like this, we'll erase it. Some of it's darker. All right, let's see how we're doing. Well, he's my lion. And I'm thinking I'm liking him. Pretty good. And I'll just continue drawing his fur. Beautiful mane. Come over here. Start drawing his hair. Draw his mane. Maybe by the time y'all see this again, I will have... And you know, every hair's not going the same direction. It's catawampas. I'm probably doing this wrong. I have to change it. Kind of bends around. Yeah, his leg like that. This is his backside. Yeah, this is. Let's see. This is the top. Let's see. Look at it there. See his leg? You see how it goes up right here? Yeah, that's his backside. Yep, that's what that is. So I can't make the mistake of thinking that's fur. Some of it is. So I'll work on that, getting that right. Making sure I show this as his backside a little bit. And I'll figure that out. Figured out his face. Took me about an hour. And then one day I hope to be able to use this to teach. All right, there's his backside. Now he will have hair, fur, coming around it somewhat. Just like in the picture, see it? He's got some fur coming around it like that. And I may have this a little too long right here, so I have to straighten all that out. But that's the fun of it. And then when I get through this, once I get this done, I'll start using my color. Because I do want this colored. I love black and white drawing. They're very beautiful. But I do want this colored. It's more for children. And they like color. They like to see things as they are. Let's see, I'm just doing the negative dark spaces. I'll play with this a lot. I'll change it a lot. But I've pretty much got my walking form. So let's hold him up. Look at him. Okay. I don't like that. It looks a lot like the one in that picture. His leg is pulled over. His leg is pulled over. His leg looks a little small. His foot. See how big his paw is there? And this paw is too small. So when you hold it up to the camera, take a picture of it. When you get to a place you don't know what to do, take a picture of it. Look at it. Examine it. Go back. And you'll figure it out. You will absolutely figure out what your problem is. But use your tools. You know, the camera. He looks short. He looks short. He's all mane. So I'll figure all that out. And next time you see it, it won't look the same. I will have worked on it. But I've got to be willing to change what I don't like. The same way in life. We've got to be willing to change what we don't like. Change what's not working. Change what's not good in our life. This is good. Art is good. Using your skills is good. So let's change and start doing that more. Start doing more of it and see what God does with it. And that's my word for today. Be blessed.